Jack, you little bitch.
Yo, you ever see that viral? You ever see the viral video where all these little black boys are in elementary school and they're all like they're all doing dabs and stuff, and bam. And then another one comes up, he goes like bam. Then another one comes up and he's like bam. And then this white kid comes up and he goes, Jack. And then the guy who's recording it, the teacher's like, oh, good Lord. Did you ever see that?
Never seen that.
Okay, great. Welcome, everybody. Welcome.
Welcome, everybody. Welcome to the last episode of the Bit Playas Watch Party. My name is Chris Siddiqui.
My name is Nigel Downer.
And thank you so much. Oh my gosh, for joining us. I'm still tired from that intro, man.
Cardio.
I was pumping on that recorder, though. Hey.
Yeah, true.
Guys, this is our last episode. Thank you so much for sticking with us and watching this whole series with us. This has been a great blessing. We want to just first and foremost give a big shout out to all of our friends at CBC. We want to thank Mel and Zach, and a big thanks and love to Karen Sang. These are three people who helped this show come to be and put us on the web. So you guys, our hearts go out to you. Thank you so much.
And listen, like we said before, we made this show. We made all these episodes for not only the nerds of color like myself and Chris, but for all of you around the world that just didn't see yourselves on the screen. So thank you so much for being on this journey with us and watching the episodes and catching up on the episodes, or even re-watching the episodes and then hanging out and getting some inside info from some of the most influential people that put their mark on this show. So thank you for watching.
Thank you so much. And please, everybody, our guest today is the director who directed our last two episodes, our dear friend Samir Rahim. But right now, please enjoy the very last episode of Bit Playas. Whoa, dude, what's gonna happen, man?
Nobody knows. We don't
even know. And we made the friggin' thing. Whoa. I did not see that coming, man. Whoa.
Me neither. 7 episodes before that, I had no idea. 8th episode, I was like, what?
It was all new to me. Oh man, well, good work, man. Good work.
And to you, sir. Good work.
Good work. This to you, man. This one's all on you, man. Dang, that was great. Well, that was our show.
Yeah, we did the thing, man, and it felt great, and it looks great, and I'm proud of you. I'm proud of me. I'm proud of us. I'm proud of everybody.
Me too. I'm proud of. You know who else I'm proud of?
Who?
Perfect segue. Our dear friend who directed our last 2 episodes is going to be coming in and chatting with us about this episode. Everybody, please welcome our dear friend Samir Rahim. Samir. There you go. Look at this. There, tap. Yeah. That. Oh,
yeah.
You got your audio. It's back on.
Swipe.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then
so
just
the audio's on. You got to unmute it now.
Lift and then shift it over. Yep.
Are you still? No, you got to unmute.
No, I'm not.
This guy.
Man, you've been doing that on all your Zoom calls, haven't you?
This is my first Zoom call, actually. You popped my Zoom cherry.
Oh, congratulations.
Yeah, wait, is that okay to say now? I don't know anymore. Popping cherries?
That's
You know what? If not, we just got canceled on the last episode, so that's okay, man. That's okay. It's the last one.
Well, that's about right.
So whatever.
All right, okay.
Pop all the cherries. You know what? Cheers to popping cherries, buddy. Congrats. Last
Cheers.
Cheers. Cheers, Samir. Oh, my God. I taught myself how to make iced coffee.
Ooh, how is it?
It's not bad.
Yeah?
Yeah, you just let it sit in a lot of ice in the fridge. Yeah. It's really nice.
Is that something you need to teach yourself?
Well, I mean, not really, but if I say I taught it, then, you know, I taught it to myself. It makes it, it's a bit more, it ups the pedigree. You know what I mean?
It's good. It's good. First, can I just say, it is so lovely to see you two.
Oh, buddy,
because I don't think I've seen you guys since the rap party.
Wow. You know what? I think you're right, man. And it's great to see you too. Oh, I think it was the rap party. I'm just kind of going back in the Rolodex. Yeah.
I think that was too. Also about almost a year ago, almost to the date. So happy anniversary, my friend.
Oh, wow. Let's just do this every year.
Okay. Yeah. Every middle of July.
All right. It was great seeing you guys.
Yeah. See you, buddy.
Okay. Take it easy. Yep. Just do this.
But, okay, so since it's been a year, tell us how the hell you been, man? You're up at the cottage now.
I'm at the cottage now. We came up, you know, things are okay.
Mm-hmm.
You know, the world is changing. Some for the better, some for the worse. We'll see.
Yes.
You know, I just want to get this out of the way. Fuck Trump. Sorry. Wait, what?
No, that's okay. Please.
Perfect.
That's like just been on my mind so much lately. Fuck that guy. Yeah. Anyway.
Yeah, fucking big time. No, I agree with you.
This is the wrong platform.
Maybe not. This is what our show's about, right? Like, this is I have this theory where I think what Trump is he's the lance that came in and popped the boil that was America. And so now America has to stew in all its pus and its blood and its grossness, and it has to clean up its wound. That's what it's hard for itself to do. And maybe we needed 2020. Maybe we would have just been sitting around doing the same thing. And maybe we needed all these things to fall on top of each other at the exact same time for us to fucking do something and say, fuck Trump.
Maybe. I mean, yeah. I mean, you're absolutely right that he is not, you know, he is not the problem so much as he is, like, you know, just sort of, you know, unveiled. He took the really dirty, gross, pussy bandage off the gross boil and then popped it. And he's like, look how awesome this puss is. I've only had one beer. So.
Oh, okay, great. And listen, you wouldn't be the first. By the end of the
conversation, it'll be better.
You wouldn't be the first person to bring up Trump. Let's just put it that way. So it's during this conversation. So don't worry about it.
How can you miss it?
Sure.
But it's not about Trump. It's really about Bit Playas.
Yeah, and you know what? Chris had mentioned that we've gone about a year now since we shot everything, and it's very reminiscent right now of the heat. The heat is unbearable right now. And that brings me to my question for you is, like, when we were shooting, especially the last scene, we were on top of a roof and it was just full of just tar everywhere and we were getting all the heat. How challenging was that for you to kind of help us get through this scene?
Well, I mean, for me, that wasn't challenging at all. I got to stand underneath the shady part and look at the monitor. And you guys stood in the sun and had to act, you know. But you know, I'll tell you something, because I was thinking about this. Like last year, I had a really busy year last year, and this is how my year started. And what the weird thing is, I came out of like a really, really slow year. And I remember when I was talking to Ferg about doing the show, and it was like I was pumped to get out there and do it, because it was like a way to sort of like, it's like to sort of just, it was like the appetizer to, and I didn't know that at the time, but it was this amazing appetizer to sort of get me revved up for this big year of shooting. And that, looking back on all of that, I'm just like, that I had so much fun on that show. And the way they had organized that was so sporadic how we shot that last episode, right?
Yeah.
Unlike the D&D episode where we did that mostly all in a day.
Yeah.
Two
Yeah.
days, 3 days maybe 14 days. I'm not sure anymore, but
2 weeks. I think I did 2 weeks. Yeah.
3 months.
It was at least a month. Yeah.
Yeah. It took a year and a half to make this show.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
This is the last day today.
Yeah. But that, so I don't know what point I was bringing up at all, actually, or what your question was, so I don't know.
I think
maybe
you
you're
answered it perfectly.
regretting this interview now at this point, I would think.
This has been the best
Oh.
one so far, Samir. 100%.
Oh, good. I like to do the best work.
Well, that is, I would say it's cool. I like that you say that. Good appetizer. Only because you've done other cool, speaking of the future and the world being on different things, you've done way bigger shows as well, too, that have taken place on like fucking spaceships and stuff.
And way smaller shows.
And way smaller shows, like things about friends sharing testicles, or what was it? Testes? What was Testes? Remember that?
Testes, yeah. Testes for FX.
Remember that?
With Kenny Hotz.
Kenny Hotz, remember? We did Cocked Guns so many years ago.
Cocked Guns. Still, like, that probably was, speaking about popping cherries, just to circle back to that.
Yeah,
you gotta serve some Brent around. You gotta bring it back around.
Hot Guns was really that first project for me that helped me sort of like figure out what it was like to like just be a director like on a show. Right. But I think this show is different because you guys had a real good handle on the creative and on the characters, and more importantly, you guys brought in amazing talent. You know, like I still look at that scene where Nige, I can't even remember the name. I'm so sorry, I can't remember the name of that amazingly funny actor that was in the comic book store, and then you guys go outside, and that whole
that
Steph
whole
Tulev?
improv conversation about the manager becomes his manager.
Yeah, that's our dear friend Paul. Paul, oh my God, I'm forgetting his last name.
Oh my God!
I was just talking about him this morning. Oh my God, oh my God, he's our dear friend. Oh my,
your dear friend Paul.
Dear friend
Bates.
Paul.
Paul Bates. Paul Bates.
Paul.
Constable.
Oh God, Paul.
Bronstein.
Bronstein, dear friend Paul Bronstein. Oh my God, I'm so sorry, Paul Bronstein. Paul Bronstein, one of the best character actors in the city. Hilarious. He used to perform on stage with Aurora.
Oh,
and
really?
They would do these big, crazy Canadian history shows where they had to play all these different characters. And Paul Bronstein, he just became a dear friend. Dear enough that I forgot his last name. Yeah.
Chris, here, a quick segue. Do you know that your wife and I met when she was at York?
Yes. We were talking about that, and then we were wondering, did you also go to York?
I was at York originally, then left and went to Ryerson. I was at York originally for fine arts, like sculpting shit and painting stuff. And then I took a photography course, and I was like, oh, this is a lot more fun and easier. So I left and went to Ryerson, but Aurora knew a good friend of mine, Joe Pingu, who is an amazing character actor. And I think we had gone and shot this project for them or for me, I can't even remember, at Joe's house in Niagara, in the 90s.
Woo.
I don't know why. I just want a connection to you.
100%. No, you know, Aurora speaks of that very fondly, and she speaks of you. She always says, man, Samir, he was such a sweet guy. He had one of those 90s haircuts where it was like parted right down the middle. And it was just
the 90s.
Yeah. So but she speaks of that very fondly.
Anyway, yeah. Hey, I don't know why I brought that up. That has nothing to do with this show.
Oh, man, it has everything because it has to do with
Paul
you,
Bronstein.
my friend. Paul Bronstein. Yes, absolutely. Paul Bronstein.
That guy crushed. That scene crushed. And
you know what?
Go ahead.
Okay, well, I wanted to tell you this, Samir, and I wanted to fold it into the questions that Nige and I have been asking our guests just have to do with like their medium as well and your work in directing, doing it so much. I remember one of the things that I learned from you was you were just we were on the rooftop or on a rooftop looking around, and you were looking at the sun, and you're like, what time of day does this take place? And I was like, because you're like, you have to know where the sun is because the sun's going to cast shadows this way. So yeah, blah. And I was like, oh yeah, it was just those tiny minute things that it didn't even come into mind. So I wanted to ask you, well, who's a couple of your favorite directors and what tricks have you stolen from them?
God. I mean, Christopher Nolan, I think, is probably one of the best directors. You know, and I love watching his work.
Yeah.
That's his name, right?
That's his name. Christopher Nolan. Paul
Yeah,
Bronstein
right.
is his name.
Yeah.
Paul Bronstein.
Paul Bronstein. He's also one of my favorite directors. I would say I have learned very little from other directors outside of what I have learned is what I like. And I think that once you kind of figure out what your aesthetic is, it's easier to apply that to every job you do. And then more importantly, that once you hone that and sort of lean into it more, that people understand what they get when they hire you. So then they start to hire you because you're bringing something to the table that is very unique to you.
Right.
You know, so I think that as TV now is so, you know, it's just so eclectic and there's so much good TV. It's like a real renaissance for television, I think, in a really positive way. And I think, you know, when I came out of school, I started, as you all now know, you know, I'm old. So I started in the 90s. And by the time I, you know, in the beginning, you don't know what the fuck you're doing or what you want. And then what gets better as you get older and you spend more time on set, you have a greater understanding of just like those little things, like where the fuck is the sun going to be when we're here and we're shooting? Right. Because that's going to have an enormous impact on what our composition is and what the frame is and how I'm going to block the scene, because some angles are going to look better than others, you know? Yeah. And so, yeah, I don't know. Does that answer your question?
100%.
Okay,
yeah.
good. I mean,
you go. No, you go, Smear, 'cause I'm gonna go somewhere else. You go.
I was gonna say I had a question for you guys, because I know that when we were talking about this last episode, we talked a lot about that ending and about how the show should be, and I felt like I remember pushing you guys. I wanted to push you guys in a direction with the story and with the characters, and for me, I've done a lot of comedy in the past, and I always find that comedy works best, or maybe I can wrap my head around it best, when we really lean into the truth of it all, and like the real feelings behind those characters and the real emotions, and we try to ground our performances in reality, and kind of let the comedy, like, you know, bubble up from that, and just sort of, because I think that people can relate to that. And the ending is like, it's not happy for Ahmed. It's not happy for either of them, you know, like, so I don't know. What did you guys think about what we did?
Nice.
Is that a good question? Hey, hold on a second.
Okay.
Sorry, I'm right.
Okay. I mean, sure. It's so interesting because when Chris and I, when we first wrote this, like I think ultimately we found a very happy medium between where we were originally going to go, because it was going to be a little bit darker, but we still maintain that, and I think we've really accomplished having these two guys at the heart of it. We know that we want to see them come back together. Like, it just seems so relatable in terms of what could tear them apart. And so while we shot it, like, it was hard, because I felt it by that time. I mean, we're fully immersed in these characters, and I felt it, and it was hard. And I think you did like such a bang up job of having that conversation with us and trying to figure out where we would be, you know, mentally and physically in this relationship when it's coming down to the brass tacks, right? When it's really coming down to the climax of it all. So it was gripping for me. I really enjoyed it.
Well, you did a fantastic job.
No, thank you, sir. Thank you.
Totally.
Chris?
I mean, Chris was okay, but Nige, you were awesome.
Yeah, I'm giving that one to Nige too.
You know, you guys are both.
I will say this, Samir, you saved big time. You saved that last episode, because I remember when we were going through it, originally Nigel and I like this idea of let's have a cliffhanger. Let's have something to know, because we've all had in our lives, we all have a friend that we've split from, no matter what reason. So that feeling is very tangible. The other things like the visuals and the effects and stuff and the jokes that we're making are all big, but it was important to kind of ground it in these two guys and what they felt about each other. So yeah, let's have them walk away, because we all know that. But it was as we were continuing, how is each person affected by that? And you had that great story. We were trying to come up with endings that weren't really they were still external, and we were blaming them, blah, 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 blah. But you had this great story of, I knew a guy who just shit the bed on set, and he was demoted right on set. And it was so humiliating. And we were like, oh, that's actually great. That's kind of the biggest piece of humble pie that this dickhead Ahmed could do on set, to go, okay, there's your big humiliation. You're in a completely unknown, and it's happening to him, and it's because of him. So I was like, oh man, you saved the show, Samir.
I doubt that. I do have one regret from that scene, though, the McG scene. One regret.
What's that?
Yeah.
And I know I probably should have pitched this to you guys a year ago when we were doing this, but so Ahmed gets rushed to set. He's late. He's kind of already fucked up. He's got this like little bit role where he's got a couple lines of dialogue, but ultimately in my head, that's Ahmed's scene, but he's just a day player. He's like there for like 1 week to shoot this one scene.
Yeah.
So he gets rushed in, pulled in, and he gets put into there, and then McG goes action, and then literally the windows from the building behind Ahmed should have blown out. Like it's like all the pyro goes off, like
Yeah.
like it's like the most insane setup, and then Ahmed is like fucking, he's got nothing. Right? So the reset on that would take like all day or like a whole day to reset, and it would be the most expensive fuck up ever. You see,
That's great.
That would have been
I think
fantastic.
we can get some time. We can pool some money together. We can all quickly just meet in that.
Maybe we could do like a GoFundMe or something and like rework that scene.
Oh, that's great.
Anyway, I thought about that. See, these are the things that in retrospect, it's so easy to think like, I should have done this or I should have done that. But I think ultimately you got to follow your gut. And you guys, I think with this show, I think what makes this show so good. And I remember when it was all said and done, I watched the whole series. I was like, I was so impressed with what you guys had pulled together from beginning to end with everybody, and how much range the show had, how different it was tonally from each episode, and how true these characters were. And I think now, even more so than before, maybe at the time, maybe the thing is, I think, everyone else is now more like woke to like how fucked up life is and what it means to be like, BIPOC, and just like, I don't know, it's like that's what the fucking show is about ultimately, right? And now here we are living in this world. People are like, wait, what do you mean? Is that what you're going through? Yeah, fucker, that's what we've been going through. Not me, but yeah, I don't know what. Anyway, I'm only at 1.5 years.
That's a great summary, and that's a great way to kind of end this conversation. Yeah, man. Like
you're very generous.
No, but seriously, I was going to somehow segue into, your thoughts about the climate and the show, but you literally nailed it 1.5 beers in. So thank you for that, sir. That's what it takes. That's what it takes.
I honestly, I feel like I've really let you guys down, to be honest.
Oh,
but
no, not at all.
I just hope that, that the editing of this little, what do you call this?
So
a Zoom. This is a Zoom.
Yeah, it's a Zoom.
I hope that someone edits this Zoom to make me and you guys especially sound smarter.
Yeah, don't worry. We got a team. We got a lot of funding funding money's just been sitting around during COVID. You know what I mean? So they're just
True.
tossing it out to. Oh,
True.
cool.
Yeah, this is.
It's pretty awesome. Oh, and it's a snake.
Well, you should do more Zooms like that, man.
Yeah. You should
Yeah,
have
this is
done the
actually
whole
how
interview
I
like that.
intended to do the Zoom. I thought this would be better for us.
Yeah.
In case anyone had trouble seeing my mouth. Anyway, I don't know. Thanks.
Anyways,
I mean,
well, buddy,
thank you for having me.
Oh, thanks for chatting with us for half an hour at the cottage, man. Much appreciate.
It was good. It was a really great excuse to ask my wife to take the kids away to the ice cream shop.
Yeah, right on. I mean, I got a 10-year-old. You got 2 4-year-olds, so.
Well, yeah. I mean, if you put it together, they're not even a 10-year-old.
Yeah, not even.
They're still
both
one lousy
2-year-old. Yeah, 2 4-year-olds is 1 2-year-old, I think.
I love the math here. I love the math. Smear, thank you very much, my man. We appreciate you. We love you. And hopefully let's, once this is all said and done, let's get together. Let's not make it so long.
All right, yeah.
Yeah, bro, love it.
2023. See you then.
All right, pal.
Sounds
love you,
good.
buddy. Good to see you, man. See you soon.
Take care.
Thank you, guys.
You
love
got
you,
it, buddy.
Bye.
Yeah, there you go. Just
Just
gotta,
swipe the thing. Yeah, you just got to do this. Do this. Yeah.
There you go.
There you go.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Nige, what a great way to wrap up this watch party.
Oh man, we wrapped it up so good. You know.
Dude, we wrap it up so tight because we're wascally wabbits.
Just a couple wascally wabbits. Yeah,
hot.
man.
It's too hot to say words, okay? Nige, thank you so much for everything. I love you, pal. I can't wait till this quarantine's over so that we can hug each other and watch more cartoons, man.
And Chris, listen, thank you, pal. I love you the most, and I appreciate everything that you've done. And you know what? Once this thing blows over, for sure, just one long hug. Just
one long hug. And let's give long shout-out hugs to everybody, all of our guests. We had Andy King. We had Allison Johnson and Daryl Faria. Who else? We had
Vanessa Magic.
Yeah.
We had Preeti.
Matt
who else
Watts.
We had? Matt Watts, yeah.
Samir Rahim.
Yeah.
Who else? We're missing someone, aren't we? No, I think we got everybody.
Our dads?
Our dads. Thanks to our dads, man. I can't believe we forgot our own fathers.
I mean, after the conversation, I can.
You know, yeah.
Yeah, I can believe it. I can believe it.
Other big shout outs also to our LaRue family. We love them so
Yes.
dear. Ferg, Matt, M, Tyler, you guys. We wouldn't be anywhere without
Juliet.
you. And totally. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
And of course, the wizard behind the curtain who pulls all this together, who this wouldn't exist without him. Our dear, sweet, dear friend, and I love so dearly, Dan Gallia. I love you, buddy. Thanks so much for helping us out. Well, Nige, I guess we're done.
Yeah, guess I'll just see you online.
Yeah. You're going to go play Anthem?
You got it, man. I got to get in that suit, bro.
Yeah, man. Totally. Thanks, everybody. We love you so much. Thanks for watching Bit Players, and thank you all for the continued support. We love you, and we'll see you soon, maybe.
Thank you. On behalf of myself, Naju Downer, and Chris Siddiqui, and LaRue Entertainment, and the whole cast and crew that created Bit Playas, I'd be remiss if I didn't discuss or talk about Black Lives Matter. This is a huge movement that's happening right now that needs to happen right now to battle systemic racism. Police are killing Black men and Black women, and I think right now is the best time, the right time, to do your research, read books, watch documentaries, donate, help with charities, or even protest or march, whatever you need to do to help. Because Black lives matter.